been driving for hours.
Welcome back, everyone, to
the Mack Brothers Songmas Miracle
Mack
Part
Brothers
2.
Song Miracle Part 2. We are in the Sweet 16, then we'll be down to the Elite 8, then we'll be at the Final 4, and then we'll be at the championship for the winner of the Mack Brothers Songmas Miracle. Not only do we love Christmas music, but we write Christmas music. We have a brand new song out right now called Christmas in Carolina. You should listen to that as soon as we're done here. But Matthew, I think we should jump right into it. You're
John,
back.
I happen to agree. I have this Fraser fire. The problem is I don't have a lighter up here to light it. So every now and then I could just smell it.
Get a little whiff the old-fashioned way.
So I'll tell you what, John, I'm ready to go. And I think I'm going to start us off. Starting us off, we have Don't Shoot Me Santa by the Killers versus Little Saint Nick by the Beach Boys. I don't hear the bells. I just see them. It's like the Polar Express when Believe by Josh Groban's playing. That would have swept my bracket. But Don't Shoot Me Santa beats Little Saint Nick to me and advances to the Elite 8.
I agree. It's just so fucking good. And people that don't know it, they have to listen to it. If you listen to our Christmas music, you gotta listen to the Killers Christmas music. It's fantastic. It's so original. It's so musically, it's excellent. They were in their prime when they wrote this. It came out the same time Sam's Town did. It's just fantastic. Little Saint Nick is great. The Beach Boys are excellent. They make great harmonies, but Don't Shoot Me Santa. I mean, it is the bee's knees. All right, next up we have Frosty the Snowman versus Feliz Navidad. Now, if I had my way, it'd be Merry Christmas Baby versus Last Christmas, but that's not how brackets work. The way these brackets work is if our mother and our father, who both are in South Philly, different locations, be their names, be their addresses, they took turns. They had different songs in there. They had their own individual brackets, and there are tiebreakers. So we're now doing Frosty the Snowman versus Feliz Navidad. This is off the cuff. I didn't think about this matchup.
Well, I got to pick. I'll
you
pick
go first.
Feliz Navidad wins for me, baby. And I'll tell you why. Because Feliz Navidad is just a better song. I like it more. I enjoy it more. It makes me happier than Frosty the Snowman. And when it comes to songs like that, I kind of just judge it off of how do I feel when I'm listening to it. And I feel really good every time I listen to Feliz Navidad. So Feliz Navidad moves on for me to the Final 4. Or the Elite 8, sorry.
I do want to say, if the Frosty version I listened to was the Mitch Miller version, it would have won.
The bracket, though.
But it didn't. It was the other version. And Feliz Navidad is a fun song. We've covered it for, I think, 18 minutes one time.
Jose Feliciano, man.
Yeah, it never ended, but Jose moves on to the Elite 8. Feliz Navidad moves on. All right, Matthew.
Next matchup, John. Patapan versus Baby It's Cold Outside.
Christ.
I got my pick because this is what I had on my bracket. Patapan beats Baby It's Cold Outside for me.
Well, this was
I
also
put Patapan ahead.
This was also my bracket, and I picked Baby It's Cold Outside.
I think we already know automatically who our mother, Art in South Philly, would pick. She would definitely not pick Patapan. I don't even think she knows what it is.
And it's so, that actually hurts because Patapan is so fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the music video, The live
Well, that's
performance.
kind of why I picked. I couldn't. I saw the name and I was like, it's going to take a lot for me to not pick something against this.
What is pat a pan? What is there an actual like lyric version
You
that's like
pat a
someone?
pan and it's a drum.
Mm.
I don't know. That's my guess. That's what I thought it was all about. And the little people back in Scotland or Ireland, wherever Mannheim Steamroller's from, they used to just sit around as kids and pat pans. That's my guess.
I almost feel bad, but cold outside moves on. Just
It's no
because
big
we
deal.
know what our mother would pick.
Life is about loss, John.
Yeah. All right, a very, very tough one for me. Both songs mean a lot to me. The Chipmunk song versus Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
Let's
I'm
pick.
picking Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
John, your brother agrees. I
Yeah. And
also pick Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
Chipmunk song, but you know what I really love about the Chipmunk song? Besides that Scoopski did a cover, we did a cover. And I can't wait for for other people to hear that because I love it and I think we make it like really dark and I think the that's the song I'm thinking about when I think of the Chipmunks song. I don't think about the actual version.
All right. So moving on, we have, if you're ready for this, people, the most opposite.
No, second most opposite.
You think it's a second? All right. Well, second most opposite. I guess Wonderful and Blue aren't opposite enough emotions to beat the one after. But we have Blue Christmas versus the most wonderful time of the year.
This is tough.
And I picked most wonderful time of the year. I just went happy. During Christmas, I listen to happy music and gravitate towards it a lot more than I do sad music. So for this one, I don't necessarily think one's better than the other. I just picked. If I can't decide which song's better, my fallback to pick is what if I listen to more? And
Yeah.
most wonderful time of the year, I've gone out of my way to play that song way more. Andy Williams kicks Elvis's ass in this battle, and I'm just gonna move on after that because Elvis is probably, he's a legend to some. To
Yeah.
some, not to me. No, I'm just like, what'd you think, John? What'd you pick?
I picked Blue Christmas. Now
Sounds like we have a tiebreaker.
I have to check to see
You have
if
to look into this.
I have to see if he actually picked the same songs that we did. So this would have been. I can't fucking see what this is. All right, so he picked Blue Christmas in the first round. And then he picked All I Want for Christmas Is You in the second.
And then
So
what advanced?
All I Want for Christmas Is You in advance. So we have to call.
Are we gonna phone? All right, let's do it. Come on.
Wait a minute. If he picked. Yeah, we don't know. We got to see what Blue Christmas versus. Let me text him.
All right, well, we'll put a hold on Blue Christmas, most wonderful time of the year, while we're waiting for a response, and we will move on to our next matchup, what John considers to be the most opposite of all the matchups, which could, in theory, make it the hardest. You have a legendary Italian, in the category of annoying on purpose Christmas songs, Dominic the Donkey versus Holly Jolly Christmas by good old Burl Ives. John, I'll tell you the truth.
God.
What? Oh, it's Xmas War is over. I'm sorry. I'm looking at my bracket.
Yeah.
I'm still a little salty from, a couple days ago about my bracket being blown up.
I'm sorry.
So Dominic the Donkey versus Xmas War is over. Xmas War is over moves on for me.
I'm sitting here. It's a little tough.
I don't think this one's hard. I
really
think War's Over is a way better
I
Christmas song.
I didn't pick Dominic the Donkey over Christmas Lights by Coldplay, but it did move on. And now, Or I didn't originally, but then I changed it. You convinced me. Yeah, War is Over moves on. It has to. It's better than Dominic the Donkey, sadly. My Italian our 60-something% Italian blood is boiling inside of me, but um the Beetle moves on.
Okay, so the matchup that we're looking forward to after that, Wandering Star.
Mm-mm.
Oh, we picked a different one. Okay, you have the correct bracket because you refilled it out.
Wonderful Christmas Time by Paul
That's
McCartney
right.
versus
Versus,
Santa Claus is Coming to Town by Bruce Springsteen.
well, I definitely pick Wonderful Christmas Time.
As do I. Um,
Sorry, Bruce.
yeah, Bruce, if you wrote an original Christmas song, maybe we'd consider you more, but there's nothing.
Sorry to the original artists too.
Yeah, there's nothing in the world that sounds like Wonderful Christmas Time.
You know what you could have picked? You know, if you would have picked it, it might have won just because it's cool. With Frank Sinatra's version of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Deer.
I have to familiarize.
Rudolph. It just starts, he's just like, Rudolph. Rudolph. It might be Dean Martin's version, but whatever. All right, so after that, John, what's our next matchup?
Another really tough one. Boots by the Killers versus It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas. Harry Como.
I like Boots way more. For me personally, I think most people would obviously pick Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas, but I like Boots more, and for me, it moves on.
Yeah, those people are not voting today. So I agree. Boots by the Killers moves on. Will we get a Killers versus Killers final two?
There's a chance. So, do we have an answer for that Blue Christmas
No, you know
situation
what?
we're in?
Talk to the people. Let me call them real quick.
Well, so if we're looking at our next matchups, John, you can correct me if I'm wrong. The matchups we have that are solidified in our Elite Eight are Don't Shoot Me Santa versus Feliz Navidad.
Hey, real quick. What was it, Matthew, again?
I think what is it? Blue Christmas versus Most Wonderful Time of Year.
Christmas versus Most Wonderful Time of the Year.
We need a tiebreaker.
We need a tiebreaker on the spot.
It's like, do you want to be a millionaire?
No, no, no.
We have
Yeah.
different picks. He's got to make a new pick.
He picked Blue Christmas.
All right, Blue Christmas moves on. So now
Christmas.
we have our
All right,
Elite Eight rounded out.
Gotta put him at the way back. All right, bye.
So our father who art in South Philly has spoken. We have our Elite Eight.
Yes.
John, do you want to go over our Elite Eight?
Elite Eight. Don't Shoot Me Santa Claus by the Killers versus Feliz Navidad by Jose. What is it? Jose
Felicianos.
Felicianos. Then we have Baby, It's Cold Outside by Dean Martin versus Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas by
What
Frank.
a matchup.
Dean versus Frank. Oh,
Dean versus Frank. What a fucking matchup.
Oh, my
Jose
Lord.
versus the Killers. I can't believe
it. Blue Christmas by Elvis versus War is Over by Lennon.
Elvis versus John Lennon. Let's go.
And then Paul McCartney's Wonderful Christmas, Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time versus Boots by the Killers.
God, this is
Holy
so hard.
shit.
This is so hard because I had picks originally and I feel like I don't have them anymore.
Yeah, no, this is all off the cuff.
Well, the easiest one for me out of all four matchups that we have for me, we'll start off out with Don't Shoot Me Santa, Feliz Navidad. For me, I had that one already done for that part of the bracket. I picked Don't Shoot Me Santa over Feliz Navidad.
As
to
did
move
I.
move on to the final four.
Feliz Navidad did not make it out of the first round for me, so Don't Shoot Me Santa definitely takes that one.
Now, Baby, It's Cold Outside versus Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. I don't have a pick for that.
Well,
Because I have Pat Pan versus Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. And you know what I picked? I picked Pat Pan.
Pat Pan went all the way.
Pat Pan made the Final Four.
That's so tough. Dean versus Frank, two of the best crooners ever.
All right,
God,
I know what I'm picking.
I love Baby It's Cold Outside, but for me, it has to be Have Yourself a
Me
Merry
too.
Little.
And can I explain my reasoning? Because Baby It's Cold Outside is more of a winter song. And Have
Yeah.
Yourself a Merry Christmas is a Christmas song. It's in the fucking title.
Oh, wait, hold on.
John, you disappeared.
Can you still hear me?
I could still hear you. I just can't see you no more, which is probably better. It'd be better if no one could see us. If you don't like the way we look, go check out the podcast on Spotify. John, you're back.
Yes, there we go. All right.
All right, so we have one final matchup on one side of the bracket set. Now, Don't Shoot Me Santa versus Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
That's so tough.
That's a tough matchup.
Oh, my Lord.
Because I had a whole different bracket.
We're not getting there yet. We're not there yet.
Oh, man. All right.
We have Blue Christmas by Elvis versus Christmas War is Over by Lennon and his horde of children.
Children and Yoko Ono.
Yeah, and Yoko.
The biggest kid. This is the hardest one. War is Over. Oh, my God. Elvis versus John Lennon. All right, I think I'm going to go with War is Over. I've listened to it more. And I don't know, like, oh God, it's so hard though. This is like the truest 50-50 for me. And John, give me some thoughts over there. You look like you're becoming Elvis very slowly. And by that I mean dying.
Yeah, I think this is how he went out, debating Blue Christmas versus War's Over.
Oh man, I don't know if this song's better than mine.
Oh God, Blue Christmas is such a classic.
And it's a good song too. It's really a great song.
War's Over is a great song.
Do we break out a coin flip for us?
Well, we know what our father would pick.
Yeah, we do. We do. That's a no-brainer. But I don't know if that means I would pick that. That War is Over didn't make it past the first round for me on my bracket.
I know.
But I wasn't facing Blue Christmas. Oh man.
So, this is my problem. I listen to Blue Christmas more, but I think War is Over is a better song.
I'm going with War is Over.
I'm going. Let's just make it easy. War is over.
Lennon moves on. War is Over. If you want it. Which brings us to.
Now we got a crazy storyline going. Because are we going to have a Beatle versus Beatle showdown? Or are we going to have the potential of a killer versus killer showdown in the finals?
I don't know. We got to find out.
Because I still haven't decided between the other one.
So our next matchup is Boots versus Wonderful Christmas Time.
I know people that are watching that are screaming because
those songs advance past so many classic Christmas songs.
Yeah. But it's our list. And you know what? If you gave a fair listen to Boots, it's better of a song than It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas. And it's better than Christmas All Over Again by Petty. You know what I mean? It's just better. But is it better than Wonderful Christmas Tonight? Or Wonderful Christmas Tonight? What am I thinking about?
All right. I think I have my pick. I think I kind of have this situated in my head because the idea of a Lennon versus McCartney showdown to me is very intriguing and fun to talk about, but I don't think it gets there for me. because I picked Boots
See,
over Wonderful Christmas Time.
I think I'm leaning the other way.
I think I picked Boots because I'm going with Boots versus Wonderful Christmas Time. If there's no need to phone anyone for this one, if we already
Yeah.
know our father who art in South Philly's favorite artist is Paul McCartney.
Not because of the next round's matchup. I think Wonderful Christmas Time. I have like both songs are very, very, very great to me. So then now like I'm thinking about like nostalgic. And of course, Boots is internally nostalgic to me and kind of reminds me of like, us growing up a little bit. But Wonderful Christmas Tonight reminds me of every Christmas when we're torturing people by singing it at them. Yeah. Like you do in the Paul McCartney face. So I think I gotta do Wonderful Christmas Time. And I
Well, my
think
pick is still Boots, but I know the tiebreaker is going to be Wonderful Christmas Time. We don't
tiebreaker
gotta
would go
even ask.
yeah. So and I don't think you could really go wrong. I love Boots.
Of course.
Um
Okay, so now I will reveal I had Boots winning the bracket for me.
this was a bracket. So
This was a bracket buster for me. So now
I
I'm really riding totally off the cuff.
I did not. I only went to the Elite Eight. So this is all
I
off the
did the
cuff.
whole. I filled out the whole bracket, and Boots is my number one Christmas song ever.
Yeah, it's so close. It's literally, it would have probably beat it. It would beat Wars Over. Which
It's
I
my
guess
favorite. It's my favorite
let's
Killer's Christmas song.
let's because I think I just spoiled my pick. Lennon versus McCartney in the Christmas.
Or is it? Well, let's just say Christmas. Let's just say, Boots loses.
Yes,
Simply
sadly.
having a wonderful Christmas time moves on. So now we have our last two matchups. Our final four. John, what's our final four?
We have Don't Shoot Me Santa versus Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. God damn it. This is the toughest.
And then what's the other? So what's the other side?
And the other one is Christmas War's Over
Versus
versus
Wonderful Christmas
Wonderful
Time.
Christmas Time by Paul.
So we're gonna do Don't Shoot Me Santa versus Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas first, right?
Yeah.
Well, this one for me is a little tricky, but it's not nearly as hard as the other side of the bracket. So
Okay.
I'm picking for me, Don't Shoot Me Santa over Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas blends in with like a lot of songs for me. It blends in with Frosty the Snowman, Feliz Navidad, White Christmas, Baby It's Cold Out. A lot of songs on the list. It blends in on as a Christmas classic.
Yeah.
It's an exceptional Christmas classic, and I love Frank Sinatra. But Don't Shoot Me Santa makes me feel like I'm a kid again.
Yeah.
And always brings me Christmas cheer. And I guarantee you, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas made a 10-year-old feel how I did when I first heard Don't Shoot Me Santa, because I think I was like 11 when that song came out or something like that, and we were
Yeah.
Killers fans by then.
Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas is beautiful. And it made it this far on its beauty alone, but it's only a hair above other, like it was only a little bit better than Baby It's Cold Outside, and so to me, Don't Shoot Me Santa, just for a song to be as um well thought out with also such a crude song topic, and then to have like literally a whole saga of Christmas songs be wrapped around this evil Santa that
I
they've
think
created.
for me, it's just me and you playing it too.
Us playing it,
Yeah.
it's a step above Merry Little Christmas. There's a lot more going on in it. So Don't Shoot Me Santa. Who's going to the finals?
Don't Shoot Me Santa goes to the finals, and now we have to decide who's it going to face. Is it going to face Paul McCartney or John Lennon?
Well,
Wonderful Christmas Time versus War is Over. I want to go first.
Okay.
Wonderful Christmas Time fucking smashes War is Over. I'm sorry, John Lennon, but Paul crushed you here. Your song is not as good as Wonderful Christmas Time to me. My opinion. I love Wonderful Christmas Time. It's one of my favorite Christmas songs. And if I'm comparing how much I listen to the two songs, it's not even close.
Yeah.
So no disrespect to War is Over if you want it. But you know what? War's still going on and only getting worse, John. I'm sorry. But people
Yeah.
are still having wonderful Christmas times.
I agree. I'm going with Paul on this one. If Lennon wanted to stop wars, he shouldn't have got shot in his silly little head.
Yeah, exactly. He should have saw it coming.
I do want to do a phone in just to see what our father, who arts in South Philly, would pick, because I think it's an understatement to say that the Beatles are his favorite band and that Paul McCartney's his favorite. But to spoil things, I think um, he had Christmas War is Over win the whole thing on his
Okay.
16
That's
thing.
not a bad, but that's not a bad winner. You can't be mad at anyone for having that as their
Yeah, it
winner.
made the final four. So let's just see. But it never got to Christmas Time versus
Yeah, let's
War.
just see if he had to face that matchup. So while you're calling him, make sure you put him on speaker. Our final matchup, the championship round, or who
Oh.
wins this?
What's up, John?
Hey, so we're just curious now. You're on the podcast. I don't know if people can hear you, but say hello just in case.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Mack Brothers Podcast. What's up?
Loud and clear.
So we got our final four. We got organic. It wasn't to just make the story cool. War is Over versus Wonderful Christmas Time. We made our picks, but we're curious to see what you would pick.
And I have War is Over.
You had War is Over win, but I don't remember if it faced Wonderful Christmas Time.
Wonderful Christmas Time. Do they know it's Christmas? It beat.
Yeah, but no. But we're doing Lennon versus Paul. Who would win?
Okay.
Who would win? In your
I
eye.
have it's over.
All right. So we both, before we called you, we did pick Wonderful Christmas Time over War is Over. But so the final.
I'm sorry,
two-
John.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it.
All right, Dad. Thank you.
Love you guys.
Love you.
Papa,
Bye-bye.
I'll talk to you later, Pops.
So now we have our final matchup. Wonderful Christmas Time versus Don't Shoot Me Santa.
Are these two of the most? They got to be 1 and 2, the most original. Well, one is the most original topic, maybe Christmas song, and one is the most original sounding Christmas song. Neither songs, neither songs have contemporaries that sound the same at all, or that are about the same thing at all. There's plenty of Christmas songs about how beautiful the winter is. There's plenty of Christmas songs about fun, cute things and inanimate objects coming to life. And there's plenty of sad Christmas songs that rip your heart out. Some of them were on here.
Marshmallow Worlds. There's even songs about if the world was made out of marshmallows.
Matthew, speaking of plenty of Christmas songs, besides our own, which are all, I think all of them are just as good as any of these songs. But beside the point, let's throw out some honorable Christmas song mentions. Now, the way I picked these songs, it was all through Shuffle, through Spotify. So,
John, what are your honorable mentions?
actually select them. So my honorable mentions are all of the Killers album, Don't Waste Your Wishes, but especially Joseph, You're Better Than Me. And Happy Birthday, Guadalupe. All excellent. They're the reason why we started writing an original Christmas song every year. I think it's safe to say. You just said it, Marshmallow World. I love that song. I'll Be Home for Christmas, a beautiful tragic song. Baby Please Come Home, the original and the YouTube, which we just
throw
covered.
out some. Let
Uh,
me throw out some. Yeah, let me
yeah.
throw out some.
Your turn.
We got Jingle Bell Rock. That wasn't on our list.
Standard.
That's probably that depending on what that faced, it could have got to the final four.
Yeah, definitely.
Then you have the Christmas song, Nat King. So I'm offering the simple thing to kids from 1 to 9 and 2. Although it's been
Merry
said
Christmas.
many times,
Yeah,
many ways, Merry Christmas to you. That's called the Christmas song. It has to get an honorable mention. I'm a huge fan of Christmas classics. A lot of newer pop Christmas, which all these Christmas classics were pop Christmas at one point. Now they're classics because they're old.
Yeah.
I've listened to a lot of it recently, and a lot of it's really not good. Sleigh Ride, but the Ronettes version is fucking awesome. Love that. I don't think we have that on our list either. And also, I just want to give an honorable mention to another extremely popular song and my favorite version of it. Frank Sinatra's version of Jingle Bells is fucking so great all the time. And John, if we had to put out our Mack club, if we had a little club, this is the Mack Mafia, a little side Christmas pick of the year, we're going Mistletoe and Holly.
Oh my gosh,
By
God.
Frank Sinatra. You gotta have that in there. Nothing better than drinking a Christmas beverage nothing better than drinking League Island Brewing Club next to Jesus and listening to Mistletoe and Holly.
And I do want to say also, huge, oversized, a bunch of oversized men. Shout out to Mitch Miller and the gang,
I love his music. It's the best.
but especially Who's Got a Beard That's Long and White?
Must Be Santa, greatest
Must
Christmas
Be
song of
Santa.
all time.
Must
Let's
Be
not
Santa
even
by
debate
Mitch
it.
Miller and the gang. Fantastic. It's just fucking incredible.
So with our honorable mentions out of the way, now it's time to move on to the final, what everyone's been waiting for. John, have you made your pick? If you haven't, I've made mine, and I can go first if you want me to. Unless you want to debate.
I think we have to try to come to an answer before. So, oh my God, man.
I already know. I have a feeling. I don't think we should come to an answer. I think we should just fucking let's just pick, because if for some reason we pick different answers, we have time to figure it out.
All right. 3, 2,
2, 1.
1.
Wonderful Christmas time. What? I
Wow.
can't believe that fucking one. I definitely thought you were gonna pick "Don't Shoot Me, Santa."
You know what got me
What?
was the hoo, 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 that part. It just, as soon as I was thinking like, oh, what song? That's the first part that came to my head, so that's what I picked.
And my favorite part comes on right after that.
Yeah. We were just doing people's faces for like years. Wow, I didn't think that was
I
gonna
didn't
win.
expect that. Neither did I. John, it didn't get past the first round for me. My original bracket.
Oh,
That's a
my
bracket
God.
and a bracelet mixed. A bracelet.
And that's really insane. Because there's
Say naughty is the new nice, by the way.
there might be a different, I mean, like literally like 4 hours from now, I could be like, fuck, man, Don't Shoot Me, Santa should have won.
That's
'Cause
all
they're
right. I'm
both-
sticking with my guns.
They're both 10 out of 10s. So it's really just about right now. What I want to listen to right now would be Wonderful Christmas Time. And I'm wrapping presents shortly, so I'm sure it will come on my Christmas playlist. But goddamn, that's so tough. Joseph, You're Better Than Me is probably my favorite Christmas song.
Yeah,
ever.
Boots. I think Boots might be my number one, but I don't know. I mean, I have favorite songs that change all the time.
Yeah, same.
So real quick, everyone, it's part 2 of this video, and we're quickly approaching New Year's.
Yes.
Pretty soon, we will have the Mack Brothers Year-End Awards.
Mm-hmm.
And we will have updates to our band list as well, and other goodies.
Yes. So every year we do a award show at the end of the year. Best album, best artist. I think we do best new artist.
Mm-hmm.
And if we didn't, we'll do that this year because we have a couple. And person of the year, people that are joining the Mac Mafia, which
We
is
have we have
Mike
inductions into our
Scrivani.
Mike Scrivani Hall of Fame.
Mike Scrivani Hall of Fame. So that's coming next week. It'll probably be released
On New Year's Eve.
special time. No, New Year's Eve Eve.
New Year's Eve. I'm sorry, everyone.
New Year's Eve, no one wants
That's
to sit down.
December 30.
December 30, we'll be having our award show. So thank you, guys. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, John. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Dean. Thank you, Jose.
to-
Alma, thank you. All the Beastie Boys, they didn't have a Christmas song, but thank you guys. Thank you,
Can I
Don.
give John? Can I give one more honor? Can I give our real favorite Christmas song that we would never admit? But just before we run real quick, because we got to go talk to Santa. It's Christmas rapping.
Fucking hate that song.
Oh, humbug! I
I don't hate that song, but like it's very like it just it makes me kind of laugh because of how stupid it is.
Christmas by myself this year.
Like that part's really annoying. You know it's not annoying? Is it NSYNC or Backstreet Boys? Merry Christmas and happy.
Yes, I've really been turned on to that song this year.
It's a good song.
Yeah, I enjoy that too. I sometimes enjoy. See, to me, that's what pop is. Pop is just music that's super easy to listen to. That's really catchy. That's just pop. Well, everyone.
Wait, real quick. I do want to give a shout out to us as well because we
do
write
have
a
Christmas
song
music
every year. This is my favorite holiday, so I want to give a quick 15 seconds to each of our Christmas songs. Number one, the first one ever, Eggnog Night. Matthew, you wrote that, or I wrote the lyrics, but that's the first song we truly worked on, just me and you, really. You recorded it in our 70th Street basement in the freezing cold with 2 karaoke mics. And if you go listen to it on Spotify from the 1940s, you'll realize just how fucking resourceful we are when we have to be. And it's also a beautiful song. 2, Merry Christmas, Trippie Redd, also the 1940s, is a shout out dedication to Trippie Redd, who not only does each lyric give a shout out to him, but it's also probably our most pop friendly Christmas song out of all of them.
Presents.
Now we're jumping to the Mack Brothers Presents.
The Mack Brothers.
The least poppy one, but it's probably the most
It might be our most musically intricate outro ever.
The outro is full of fucking piss and vinegar, and the intro.
Real quick, if the Beatles, the Killer, if all these people came together, all the rock bands on this list came together and came out with a Christmas song, it would probably sound like Presents.
Yeah, it's really incredible. I love that fucking song. Next, we have Faith in Vain, which is a concept song about a guy who's in his late 30s or whatever. He lives alone, and he still believes in Santa. Everything else is normal for him, but he still believes in Santa, which I can relate to. And then lastly, our newest one, Christmas in Carolina. We didn't know if Matthew'd be back for Christmas, but he is. It's a Christmas miracle. Thank you for watching the Mack Brothers Songmas Miracle. Go listen to all our Christmas songs. Go listen to all these Christmas songs. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Let's fucking
Merry
go.
Christmas.